G'day guys, Terry here. Welcome back to another episode with Handcrafted by Terry G. Guys, welcome if you're new, and if you're a regular, great to have you back again. Hey, on today's episode, I just want to give the boys a massive big shout out to Soar Adventures and also Australia Camping and Four-Wheel Drives and Brett from SMG Sports for giving us this wonderful banner which is situated behind me. So thanks guys, heaps of it. I was absolutely blown away today by the mailman delivering this and not knowing what it is. So thanks guys, heaps. Also too guys, jump onto Brett from SMG Sports, get your Legends of Charity merch. I do a lot of woodworking and stuff, and this is what they call a wood lathe. This is a Woodfast Mini M30, fantastic machine. It's belt driven, of course, straight onto the side here, which you change everything all manually. So our speeds that can go up to is 3,250 revs per minute, and our lowest one is around about 360 revs per minute. So you've got a very range of different speeds that you can wood turn in. So this lathe also too is gives you about a 230 mil diameter spin straight onto the headstock here, right? And that way you can turn small bowls. What we're going to be doing today is a pen, just to give you a rough idea how a wood lathe actually works. But you can do a range of different projects on this wonderful machine here. So we'll start off. I've just got a few things down on the bench here, and guys, I'll leave you a link in the description where you can get these. So this is what they call an acrylic blank, which is done out of fiberglass resin. They do all different types of resins where they put pigments into the resin, and they get like a skewer, and they do special swirls and all like that, and that's what gives you the black swirls and the white swirls and stuff through the different colors that you see here on our table. So as you can see there with the red and black one, that's a pretty cool one, that one. So yeah, guys, you can get all these from Gary Pye Woodturning. He's based down in Currumbin, down the Gold Coast. I'll leave a description where you can get in contact with Gary and his team to get this stuff here. We've got two in our pen kit. We have two little cylinders like so, right? And these are the tubes that actually go in with our acrylic pens or our wooden pens that we would turn up. So what you do is just rough guide it like so on our acrylic, right, and just cut where the tube needs to, the length of our tube needs to be. So we'll actually get two pieces out of this blank here. So what I've got here at the moment, I've just cut them to size in our lathe, and I've just got it chucked up at the moment in our wood lathe. And here's the other piece here, so you can have a look. We've got it chucked up in our lathe at the moment, guys, and I'm just going to drill a hole straight into our centre where you actually see that cross. So we'll start up our lathe, and we'll bring our tailstock closer up, like so, and I'll make sure our banjo is loose. So now we're just going to run our drill piece straight into the centre of our acrylic blank. We'll just get the debris off it. We'll go in again with our drill piece. Go in nice and slow, guys. going to take the tail stock out, and that's one of them done. So we'll just release our 4-jaw chuck. And there's our hole in the centre of our acrylic blank. So we'll do the same again with this one. So it's in our chuck. Make sure she's tight. Not too tight, guys. If you tighten it up too much, you will break your acrylic. So we'll start it up again. We're just going to run our drill bit in again. Right on that cross, so that way you know it's centre. So that should be drilled all the way through now. So we'll take that one out as well. As you can see, perfectly centre. So we'll take our 4-jaw chuck off. Just going to stick it into the side. And what we have here, guys, is our pen mandrel. And you can get these from Gary Pye Woodturning as well. They're not very expensive, guys. So we're just going to release our drill bit. Get that out of the way. And we might stick in our tailstock, like so. Okay, we're just going to glue up our brass cylinders to go into our acrylic pen blank. So we've just got some normal super glue here, and we're just going to place some super glue on our brass tube. Grab our pen blank. We're just going to turn it backwards and forwards like so. And we're just going to drop him straight in. Like that. And we're just going to let that dry now. And we'll do the other one. And do the same in there like so, and we're just going to let that dry off. Okay, we have our acrylic blanks loaded onto our pen mandrel like so, and that's straight in with our banjo and our headstock. So we've got our lathe all set up nicely now. We're just going to pull out our roughing gouge from our chisels, and we're just going to make sure, guys, that you got your safety glasses or a full face shield. These things can be pretty lethal and fly missiles straight at you. So it's always safety precautions ahead. Rightio, so we'll start the lathe up, and we've got our lathe running at full pelt. So we're just going to use our roughing gouge, and we're just going to turn down into our acrylic blank into a cylinder, like so, nice and gently. We'll use our roughing gouge now and we'll keep going. We'll rough down this one as well. Just got to tighten it up, it's a little bit loose. As you can see, I've got acrylic all over me. That's what they've known as man glitter. Robin's got a bit on her as well. So we'll keep roughing it down. Guys, when you're wood turning, I need to mention to you as well, I just showed you some of the roughing stages with wood turning, as you can see by using the roughing gouge. Now I'm just going to explain to you a little bit of the things behind it, what I like to call A, B, C and D. And the main thing that I always keep in my head with A, B and C and D is A is always anchor the tool. Always anchor the tool. B is for bevel, right? Beveling the tool. So that means turning the tool on a bit of an angle. C is for cut. And I always like to throw in one, especially this last one, and that's D for direction. And without direction, you've got nothing. So always remember too, you control the tool, not the tool control you. And it's always very important with safety when using machinery like this. So let's continue and roughing this pen blank. You will hear a little bit of a chatter, especially at the end here. Always A for anchor, B for bevel, C for cut, and D for direction. So we're just going to clean off some of this debris. And as you can see, guys, that our pen blank is now down into a cylinder. So we've got a little bit further to go with our roughing, because we need to be about the same size as the pen bushings. So we'll start our lathe back up again. The idea is don't go gung-ho at it. Take very, very light passes, because acrylic can be very, very brittle, as you heard from a little bit of a catch there. Getting there slowly. Oh, bit of a catch. Getting there slowly. And when you're wood turning, guys, when you're looking at the top of, when you're cutting your pen blanks or bowls or anything like that, you're not looking at the bottom where you're cutting on the tool. You're actually looking along the top of where you're cutting. And that's how you know that you're staying true. We've got our skew chisel now, and now we're just going to shape it to our size. So we're going to use our skew chisel just as a scraper. So we're going to come in on an angle. You will hear a little bit of chatter. Might raise your tool breast up a little bit. And what I'm doing is I'm just bringing this edge down the same level as our bushing. Going to put my finger in behind it. There's a fair bit of chatter. And as you can see from the tool, I've got the main tool is running down under my forearm, and that gives you more direction with your tool. So always A for anchor, B for your bevel, C for your cut, and D for direction. Just going to do the same now with the other one. Turn our skew over, using our pointed edge. Just jump on that side, Robin. Clean up this edge here. So just nice short passes. Rightio guys, and that's our pen mostly all done. So just have a quick look at it, make sure it's looking pretty good. What do you reckon, Robin?
Yes.
All right, we'll clean up and we'll come back and we'll give it a sand up. Okay guys, we're going to sand up now. So I've just got some wet and dry sandpaper and some micro mesh pads. Hey, get on to Gary Pye Woodturning and pick up your microfiber sanding pads. They're a fairly good product. I fully rate it. So I've just got some 180 grit sandpaper here, wet, and I'm just going to go along and just give these a bit of a sand up, just to take any of those nasty rough edges out. I just got some water, keep it wet. Rightio, now we're going to cross over to 180 grit, wet and dry. Now over to 240. Let's get a bit of water on our hands just to wipe any of the excess grime off, like so. Now for 240. Okay, from 240, now to 310. Just give it a bit of a wash again. Alright, now for 310. It's important to keep it fairly wet too, guys, when you're working with acrylic. Well, I like to anyway. That's why I got a towel on the lathe bed. Stop any of that water getting to the lathe and rusting it up. Okay, so we're going to cross over now to our 400. Right, so that's our 400. Now you'll see in the bucket here, we've got a heap of little square blocks, and each of these square blocks is colour coded. So with our micro mesh craft kit, you'll actually get this in there as well, and it'll tell you what each individual colour is. So we've got our micro mesh sanding pads. We're just going to go over it quickly just to get any of the roughness off. So that's one. Another one. And lucky last. Okay, so we're just going to give that a quick dry off. We'll turn our lathe off. Okay, the next step is we're just going to give it a bit of a polish. So we've got our rag, and this comes into the kit as well, little polishing stuff. We're just going to place some on the rag, like so, and we're just going to buff that into it. So you want the lathe speed up fairly high for this. And there we go, guys. There's our freshly cut and polished pen blank. Also too, guys, I'd like to mention the Legends of Charity at Gumbara Valley Campground in 2024 in August, the 9th, 10th and 11th. I'd like to give a special shout out to our sponsors, if I could, to Clarence Valley Timbers. So thanks, guys, for your wonderful generosity, and also to Brett from SMG Sports for all of our merch. So thanks, guys, for everything that you do. Rightio, we've got our pen all finished. Rightio, we're just going to put our pen together. So we've just got our first piece here, and we're just going to put it into the end like so. Grab our clamp. We're just going to squash it in. You can buy the proper tool to put all this together, but I just use a clamp. So there's our first piece in. Then we'll grab our skew point. And we'll lock this in. Now we'll just get our little O-ring, little brass bit. Place it on there like so. Stick this to the side. We're just going to put the clip on now. And there's our clip. Just going to squash it on. There it is, nice and snug. So we're just going to insert our pen. Stick it in there like so. Screw it in. And so you have the tip just to the edge. So there is that piece there. We're just going to join part A and part B together. And there you have it, guys. A beautiful handcrafted by Terry G. Pen. So jump onto Gary Pye Woodturning site. He'll be in the description below, guys. Get onto his website. Have a good look at his stuff that he's got for sale. Alright, guys, if you like this video, hit that like and subscribe button. Please leave me a comment below. Special big thanks out to the boys for this wonderful banner behind me. So I really appreciate that, guys. And we'll see you on the next one. Stay safe. Cheers, guys.